Have you ever felt like something was watching you, even when there was nothing there? Not a human gaze, but a silence that weighs, a discomfort that starts slowly, like a chill creeping up your neck and spreads until your chest tightens. That's exactly what I felt the first night I realized the scarecrow in the field had moved. Yeah, I know what it sounds like. Just an old figure, made of straw and torn clothes, stuck on a wooden post. But the problem wasn't how it looked. It was where it was, and the way it seemed to be staring right at me. That summer, everything was too quiet. I went to my family's country house to escape the city noise. But I found a different kind of noise, the kind your mind makes when something doesn't fit. On the first day it was there, still standing firm in the middle of the field, facing west like always. The second day, it was closer and turned the other way. No one else noticed, just me. As if it was testing me, or worse, like it knew I was the only one seeing it, the only one not ignoring it. People don't talk about this kind of fear, the kind that has no clear shape, that doesn't scream, that just waits quietly for you to start doubting your own sanity. I mentioned it to my mom. She said it was the wind, told me I needed rest. My dad laughed, called it the wandering scarecrow. But every night, it was closer. Early in the week, it was in the center of the field, then at the edge of the corn, until one night it showed up right at the edge of the dirt road. Boom! The exact spot I had walked alone that afternoon. You might laugh. You might think I'm exaggerating. But those who felt it, they know. You know something's wrong when the house is locked tight, yet you hear footsteps outside in the dead of night. Light, dry step, like someone dragging their feet, like something made of straw trying to move like a person. The first time I heard the scratching on my bedroom wall, I thought it was an animal. But there were marks, vertical scrapes like fingers pressed against the concrete, and a smell, strong, damp, like disturbed soil, or clothes that had been buried too long. And what no one tells you, what no one admits, is that the real horror isn't seeing the scarecrow move. It's knowing you saw it, and no one else did. It's screaming for someone to believe you and getting only silence in return. It's realizing you're completely alone. Alone with it. Alone with him. Because in that house, surrounded by endless cornfields, there was no one else awake but me. And him, and every night he was a step closer, every silence heavier, until I stopped sleeping. I just lay there, listening, waiting, because somehow I knew the next time I closed my eyes, he'd be inside the house. But nothing prepared me for what I found in the attic days later. Among dusty boxes, there was an old black and white photo, faded with its edges burnt by time. And there, behind 3 smiling men beside a tractor, was him, the same scarecrow, same clothes, same posture, same head tilted to one side. Except that photo was from 1957, long before I was born, long before anyone in my family had ever lived there. If this stirred something inside you, drop a comment. Tell me if you've ever seen something that no one else did. Tell me if you've ever felt like something was wrong, even when everyone swore it was fine. I want to know if I'm alone, or if you too have been watched by something that was never supposed to move. The next night, I couldn't close my eyes. I sat on the edge of the bed, staring out the window. The cornfield swayed with the wind like it was breathing. Every leaf moved in slow, eerie unison, like the entire field was alive. The moon was hidden behind clouds, but even in the darkness, I knew exactly where he was. He was always there, between the third and fourth rows. I couldn't see him clearly, but the hole his absence left was more terrifying than his presence. And when the porch light flickered by itself, just for a second, I swear I saw a shadow cross between the rows. Not running, walking, as if it had all the time in the world. Around 3 in the morning, I heard a sound on the porch. A soft creak, almost shy, like wood being pressed gently. I moved toward the stairs slowly, gripping the handrail with my sweating hand. I stepped down as if sound alone could kill me. The house was freezing, cold in a way winter alone can't explain. I made it to the front door and froze. Something inside me said that if I opened that door, there'd be no coming back. Not in the way you measure distance. A different kind of loss, one you don't return from the same. I waited. The sound stopped. But on the wooden floor, between muddy footprints leading to the door, there was straw, thin, the tips burned, as if it had been dragged by something that no longer remembered how to walk. I went back to my room and locked everything, even the drawers. I hid under the blanket like a child, and even there, curled up, I could hear it. The whispering of the cornfield, the soft tapping on the window, and a voice that wasn't a voice. Like the wind was trying to say my name. The next morning I found the courage. I went out to the field, heart pounding. I stepped between the corn rows, 1, 2, 5 rows, until the house was gone from view, until I was completely surrounded. But he wasn't there. Gone. As if he'd dissolved into the earth, as if he had never existed. But that night, he came back. This time in a new place, not in the field, not from a distance, but on the other side of the window, standing still, motionless, his head tilted, arms twisted as if they'd been broken and put back wrong. The eyes weren't there, but I swear he could see me, and me, I just stood there frozen until the light flickered again and he disappeared. And now every night he appears somewhere new. Sometimes at the end of the hallway, sometimes behind the bathroom mirror. It doesn't matter where I go, he always finds a way to get closer, always in silence, always one step nearer. Have you ever felt like something wants to come in, but doesn't need to break down the door because eventually you'll open it yourself? That's what he does. He doesn't chase, he waits. Waits for the perfect moment when your mind can't take it anymore. And you convince yourself that opening the door is better than going mad wondering what's outside. If you've made it this far, comment, "I'm here." Show me that you feel it too, that this presence lingers around you as well. And if you've ever seen something no one else believes, tell me. Because maybe, just maybe, we're not as alone as we think. If you've made it this far, comment, "I'm here." Show me that you feel it too, that this presence lingers around you as well. And if you've ever seen something no one else believes, tell me. Because maybe, just maybe, we're not as alone as we think. If you've made it this far, comment, "I'm here." Show me that you feel it too, that this presence lingers around you as well. And if you've ever seen something no one else believes, tell me. Because maybe, just maybe, we're not as alone as we think. That night, something changed. It wasn't just the Scarecrow. It wasn't just the way he appeared. It was how the entire world seemed to go still the moment I opened my eyes in the middle of the night. No sounds, no crickets, no wind, no headlights passing down the dirt road, nothing. As if everything was holding its breath. And as my eyes adjusted to the darkness in my room, I realized he was no longer outside, not in the field, Not in the yard, not by the window, he was inside. If you've made it this far, comment, I'm here. Show me that you feel it too, that this presence lingers around you as well. And if you've ever seen something no one else believes, tell me. Because maybe, just maybe, we're not as alone as we think. I don't know how long I stayed frozen. The whole room felt suspended in time, trapped in a silence that only someone who's felt true fear could ever recognize. And then, with a dry, cracking sound, I felt the mattress sink beside me. The weight of something that doesn't breathe, the sound of straw compressing. I couldn't turn, I couldn't scream, I just shut my eyes tight, praying for it to end. That's when he spoke. If you've made it this far, comment, I'm here. Show me that you feel it too, that this presence lingers around you as well. And if you've ever seen something no one else believes, tell me. Because maybe, just maybe, we're not as alone as we think. Not with words, but inside my head, a presence clawing through my thoughts, whispering memories that weren't mine, images of other rooms, other people, other nights. He had done this before, many times, and somehow he fed on fear, on that silent collapse within us. If you've made it this far, comment, I'm here. Show me that you feel it too, that this presence lingers around you as well. And if you've ever seen something no one else believes, tell me. Because maybe, just maybe, we're not as alone as we think. But that night was different. I don't know where it came from. Courage, desperation, madness, maybe all of it at once. I turned over in one sudden motion. And he was there. Less than 2 feet away, but not like before, not just a lifeless dummy. There was flesh mixed with the straw. There was something human. Empty eyes, but inside them a pulsing darkness. And in that moment, I understood. He didn't want to kill me. Not in the way we imagine. He wanted to become me. If you've made it this far, comment, I'm here. Show me that you feel it too, that this presence lingers around you as well. And if you've ever seen something no one else believes, tell me. Because maybe, just maybe, we're not as alone as we think. What he did night after night was break us down slowly, steal our certainty, isolate us, silence us, until the only real thing left was him. The Scarecrow didn't need a stake. He needed a new body, a place inside our lives, inside our minds. He was a presence built from everything we let die inside ourselves. And that night he almost succeeded, but I did something he didn't expect. If you've made it this far, comment, I'm here. Show me that you feel it too, that this presence lingers around you as well. And if you've ever seen something no one else believes, tell me. Because maybe, just maybe, we're not as alone as we think. I burned the entire field. I poured gasoline all over the corn and lit the match with a shaking hand. I watched the flames rise like a living wall, devouring every row. And I swear to God, as the fire spread, I saw him running. Yes, running. Like a man in panic, screaming with a mouth that wasn't there. Burning like he was made of rotted memories. And for the first time, he felt fear. If you've made it this far, comment, I'm here. Show me that you feel it too, that this presence lingers around you as well. And if you've ever seen something no one else believes, tell me. Because maybe, just maybe, we're not as alone as we think. Since that night, he's never come back. But sometimes the smell of burnt straw returns in the middle of the night, just for a second, as if he's out there remembering me, waiting for the right moment, because maybe he never truly left. If you've made it this far, comment, "I'm here." Show me that you feel it too, that this presence lingers around you as well. And if you've ever seen something no one else believes, tell me, because maybe, just maybe, we're not as alone as we think. If this shook you, leave a comment. Tell me if something like this ever got close to your window. Tell me if you've ever seen something no one else believes. Because if there's one thing this story taught me, it's that evil doesn't live in the shadows. It lives in what we refuse to face. If you've made it this far, comment, "I'm here." Show me that you feel it too, that this presence lingers around you as well. And if you've ever seen something no one else believes, tell me, because maybe, just maybe, we're not as alone as we think. And when you close your eyes, it gets closer.